What up, AOK Mafia? It's your boy Artofkickz, and just like that, we back with another one. Alright, so y'all know what time it is. Crip has done it again. Everything that's wrong with Nick Cannon's invitation canceled. I can't even get it out. Nick Cannon's invitation canceled, bro. Oh man, y'all, if y'all saw my reaction, y'all know bored as heck during that whole thing. But you know what's about to make it more entertaining? Crip he's phenomenal at making these things, bro. These are more than reactions. These are breakdowns of everything that was wrong with everything that we saw before. So we're about to get into this thing. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Yeah.
The invitation's canceled.
A third diss track response, despite there not being a diss track to respond to.
Classic Crip style for him to come in like that. A third diss track response, even though there wasn't a diss track for him to respond to. Whoo! Yeah, Eminem got this man looking like a fool right now, cuz.
Track response, despite there not.
In all respect, Nick Cannon got himself looking like a fool right now.
Being a diss track to respond to. I feel like Nick is just trying to find a sneaky way to get Eminem to sing one of Mariah Carey's songs without him actually wanting to. 1 minute and 54 seconds of Nick Cannon playing clips of Eminem dissing him and Mariah in various songs, accompanied by Dr. Dre's voice saying, "Here's what they think about you," a whopping 27 times!
That junk killed me.
Oh yeah, it ain't over, motherfucker.
Nick copies the intro to Ice Cube's No Vaseline, hoping that if he uses the same formula, his diss will have the same impact.
No.
But he's wrong. Very wrong. Nick changes the pitch of Eminem's voice to avoid copyright issues. Yet he copyright claimed my video on his song when I did the exact same thing to avoid copyright issues. So Bob says, fuck you. Nick has officially run out of ideas to diss Eminem on, so he pulls the race card and tries way too hard at it. Black power fists in the background? Check. Sporting a sweatshirt of a historically all-black college? Check. Theoretical book about how white people are naturally supremacists and subconsciously hate black people due to their genetically inferior DNA? Check. I understand race is an easy approach to taking this.
Crip is a very smart young brother, man. Very smart young brother. Oh my god, bro.
Black people due to their genetically inferior DNA? Check. I understand race is an easy approach to take in a diss battle when it's two different races, but Eminem of all people, has he seen his entourage? Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, Royce the 5'9", Crooked I, Jay-Z, Proof, all of V12. I'm pretty sure Eminem is more respected than the black.
Didn't I say all that too? Well, not all of it, but I was saying dang on Eminem's closest friends and everything black. Come on, bro. We're pulling the race card. Come on.
5'9", Crooked I, Jay-Z, Proof, all of V12. I'm pretty sure Eminem is more respected in the black community than Nick Cannon ever will. Nick then smirkingly flashes this page from the ISIS painters. The book itself is a very pro-black movement that equates white skin as an albino deformity of black skin, but on this page specifically, it shows symbols of male genitalia and a gun, and in this book, the author talks about how white people subconsciously use guns as symbols to make up for their smaller penises in comparison to black penises. It's a cool idea and all, and almost a really good diss, but this is a theoretical, opinionated book that has several holes in its plot. It says some pretty outlandish things about white people and their subconscious and how people of color can't be racist, and changes the term of racism completely from the scientific definition. It's a very one-sided argument book that fits in Nick's narrative perfectly. It would be like Eminem responding holding a book that talks about how black people are subconsciously doing something in reference to white people because that's the author's specific belief system. It's a very interesting read though, but it shows how Nick is trying way too hard to make this a race issue. Fuck, that was way too nerdy for this video.
Yeah, it was pretty dang on nerdy. That was the lowest thing that you could possibly do to make yourself look racist and to play the race card game so strong and prevalent in a diss track towards your opponent. Like, who stoops that low? Like, it didn't make him look bad, it made you look bad. Like, oh my goodness, Nicholas. Oh my god.
You've been disrespecting our queens for years.
Gigolo is literally about fucking as many women as possible, where you repeatedly call them hoes multiple times throughout the song.
Matter of fact, why don't you tell them how you really feel, Marshall?
Black girls are bitches. Black girls are dumb. Nick Cannon plays a clip from Eminem's 1988 song Foolish Pride and attempts to paint an Eminem as racist narrative, despite Ray Benzano doing this exact same thing in 2003.
Eminem claimed he had made the tape out of anger, stupidity, and frustration after breaking up with an African-American girlfriend. Although the scandalous nature of Eminem's lyrics have given Benzino and the Source a newfound support for their claims, perhaps the biggest revelation of the press conference was how bad Eminem was just 10 years ago, and how much he's improved since.
And we all saw how that ended for Ray Benzino.
If you was really selling coke, well then what the fuck you stop for, dummy? If you slew some crack, you'd make a lot more money than you do from rap.
I love how Nick thinks he just dropped a bombshell on the whole world when this song has literally been available to the public for over 16 years. If
Right.
anything, as shitty as it is, he made the song more catchy because the original song sucks, but he made this something you could...
Most certainly, that is very, very true. The original song sucked so bad, and people are gonna be pissed. People gonna be pissed at me, not Crip, but they gonna be pissed at me for saying how bad an Eminem song was. But that song sucked so bad. But nonetheless, Nick Cannon did actually make it better, just like Crip said. Nick Cannon most certainly improved on that song and made it somewhat catchy.
As it is, he made the song more catchy because the original song sucks, but he made this something you could bounce to. What are you doing, man? Eminem was 15 at the time of recording this song and had just been dumped by his African-American girlfriend. Granted, what Eminem said is horrific. Here's a clip of Crooked Eye talking about the situation if he...
Pause. See, that's one thing. Like, Nick Cannon go take something to try to use against Eminem to say that he's racist of a song that he made when he was 15 years old. Like, that boy ain't had no damn sense when he was 15 years old. But he was dating a black girl. He wouldn't even give her a chance or an opportunity to be with him in the first place if he was freaking racist. She broke his heart. People say horrible, horrible things when the heart is broken.
Crooked Eye talking about the situation if he was in the same shoes.
When I heard what M said, I was like, you know what? He's just pissed. If I was fucking a white bitch at the time and she pissed me off, I'd be like, you fucking white bitch. That's just what I'm gonna do. He was like, yo, this black bitch, woo. It's like, yo. He was pissed. He was in a fucking relationship with somebody. And we say things when we're pissed off. We might not agree with ourselves the next day. But guess what? We say things when we're pissed off.
I could have, look, this clip is, the audio is very low on it. I turned it up. But he's saying the same thing I just said.
And us as musicians, we go into the booth. And
Exactly.
we spew what's on our mind.
Exactly.
And I think the public don't give us an opportunity to change our minds.
Also, can we talk about how fucking hypocritical it is that Nick Cannon's bringing up something that happened over 30 years ago, and he's using it as a diss, but when it came to Kevin Hart tweeting out some really fucked up shit like 10 years ago, he jumped straight to his defense on Twitter and argued with everyone.
What? Black girls are bitches. What you say, him?
Why can't Nick Cannon's rap voice sound like his ad-libs right here? They're clear, they have bass to them, but when he starts to rap, it sounds like he's whispering again. What the fuck?
We let you be a guest in his house, but now you cancel.
Hey, more race baiting and Nick Cannon using somebody else's insults to insult Eminem. Get used to that. In all seriousness, Nick clearly knew this comment would get under Eminem's skin only because of the Lord Jamar interviews. Also, Nick claims Eminem is merely a guest in the house of hip-hop, whilst Nick himself isn't even a neighbor on the same block. Also, Nick Cannon goes back to his normal ways of not rhyming a fucking thing.
Had to put my motherfucking turban on. Outside your motherfucking turban on.
What happened in the last 10 years or so that made Nick Cannon think this was the way to rap? Like, the whisper rap was the way to go. Because if you look back and listen to, like, Gigolo and Dime Piece and some of his earlier songs, he raps normally.
Protesting with AKs and guns. Our queens don't need your races on.
For the life of me, I could not figure out what he was saying
No,
until
me
I looked at
either.
the lyrics and realized he rhymed guns with racism. But he said racism to make it rhyme. And it's just... Man, I wish Nick Cannon would stop fucking trying to rap.
KKK, the generation.
Hey, more race baiting. Get used to that. Also, what does that even mean? How is one person an entire group of this generation, even though that group still exists in this generation? That's like me saying Nick Cannon's the bad rapper of this generation. Like, there's plenty of bad rappers out there, despite how much we all hate him. Also, Nick ignores the multiple collaborations and collaborative albums with people of the African-American descent, but no, KKK!
Cause ain't no age for white race.
I would give anybody watching this right now $100 if they can lip read and see what the fuck Nick Cannon was saying during this scene.
Cause ain't no age for white race.
I don't give a fuck his ass was young. Can't let that slide, that's on my son.
Yeah, God forbid Nick Cannon said some fucked up shit when he was younger. I once thought Nick Cannon was one of the greatest actors of all time because of Drumline.
Yeah.
And I got older and realized that I was fucking stupid.
I agree. I agree. I thought Nick Cannon did an amazing job in drumline. Everything he did really good in there. Hell, even inspired me to get into the marching band, which I did when I was in high school, my sophomore year. I had cornrows. I was technically the Nick Cannon of my marching band. I played the drums, and I couldn't read music. I never learned how to read music, but I was one of the top drummers in the whole drum line, as well as I had the same ability that Nick Cannon did in drumline, where you can watch somebody, just stare at somebody playing, and then you could just figure out what they were doing, like off the rip. I literally had that ability. Once you learn the rudiments, it's all the same. You just switch it up, do whatever you want with it.
The greatest actors of all time because of drumline, and then I got older and realized that I was fucking stupid.
He's a rap star. Run, nigga, run. Standing my ground. Fruit of Islam.
According to the Gospel Coalition for the Nation of Islam, a member of the Fruit of Islam is supposed to be respectful to all, regardless of color.
Read the ISIS paper, you racist. I see why you hate us.
Nick Cannon has literally brainwashed himself with this theoretical, opinionated book. Nick tells Eminem to read this book to see that he's racist, but this book's main point is that white people are subconsciously racist due to white supremacy. Therefore, he's always going to be racist. Despite his actual racist comments, he's still going to be racist no matter what.
Goddamn right, yeah, I'm on one.
Nick has spent a decent amount of bars referencing his Islamic faith, but then proceeds to casually drop God, which is an impermissible phrase in the Islamic faith and one of the worst things you can physically say in the religion.
Christopher Columbus, hip-hop wish you discovered.
Nick does his best Yoda impression and says a sentence completely ass backwards. Hip-hop wish you discovered.
Just for Rosa and Coretta, Asada and Loretta.
What is going on here? Like, what is the point of this? Nick has become so enthralled with this race issue that he has forgotten why he's dissing Eminem in the first place. It's because he said he had no balls, in case you forgot.
Jamal told your ass you wasn't guest in our house. I'm trying to find out who the fuck let this pest in our house.
Lord Jamar also said that women in rap aren't real rap, which is super disrespectful to the queens of hip-hop, and it's literally half of the reason you're dissing Eminem for, so where's that Lord Jamar diss track at, man? Also, how many fucking interviews are there of you out there saying that Eminem is in your top 5, yet you're calling him a pest right here? Make up your mind, man.
Cause come on now, look. Nick Cannon ain't serious though. Like he's not being for real. For him to say that Eminem is in his top, that means he's an actual stan. He's a freaking fan of Eminem. He's really a fan of Eminem. He just wanted to say this stuff to make it to make it look like he actually had something relevant enough to say. He's not being serious. Even though he's serious about his turbans and stuff and really think he knows what he's talking about reading those books that don't necessarily mean that those are the correct ways to view any society or any culture or any race just because some author put it in a book and the book got published. No, that doesn't work that way. You're still supposed to take stuff with a grain of salt and come up with your own ideas around it and take what's actually true from all the information that you read, the actual facts compared to other actual facts, and let that be the conclusion of what you think should be. God, some folks just believe everything they read. Nicholas?
I didn't. I haven't heard it. But I still, Eminem's in my top 5. My number 1, Pop, hands down. My number 2, Eminem.
Now, people may not remember this, but I do recall you having a battle of sorts with the likes of one of the greatest wordsmiths / rappers known to man in Eminem.
Yep.
You heard him. This is how you feel about us. We just gonna keep letting that ride?
Well, everybody else heard it 16 years ago, and you've been letting it ride since, so I don't see why he wouldn't let it go on a little bit more. Also, need I remind you, it was 30 years ago! Also, in the song, Eminem said black girls are bitches and black girls are dumb, and then Nick says, you heard what he says about us. So, is Nick admitting to being a girl right now?
Read the ISIS paper, you racist. I see why you hate us.
Black girls are bitches. Black girls are dumb.
This is the second pre-chorus and the third chorus, and Nick says more words in the pre-chorus than he does in his actual verses, and Eminem says more words than Nick Cannon altogether.
Oh yeah, the hopping, bobbing, all them other house Negroes that keep defending this motherfucker. Holla at me. I got some books you should read.
Nick says anybody supporting Eminem because he's white is now considered an Uncle Tom. And I know a lot of people who are not going to be happy about this one.
Oh, and Marshall, I tried to give you an invitation. Now the invitation's canceled.
In Eminem's defense, you didn't give him an actual date to come on the show, and you can't RSVP to something that doesn't have an actual date. Also, this reminds me of this clip from South Park.
Where you guys? I'm down here.
to call me. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. Guys, I really want this to be the last video on the Nick Cannon situation.
Seriously.
I'm getting very tired of it. Nick claims every single video on the situation, regardless
Yes.
if I barely use any audio, if I change the audio,
Exactly.
anything. And I'm sure this video won't be any different. But the first two, like, they were not good diss tracks and everything, but they were still fun and lighthearted. This one just felt like pure hatred and evil, and like I just didn't like the vibe this one gave off. Nick casually threw around the word racism, and like when people do that, man, it just, you forget what racism actually is. I don't know, the whole thing just felt weird, and I hope that the whole situation is done with. But yeah, that's the end of this video, guys, and thank you for stopping by. And until next time, it has been your boy Crypt. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you, Crip, brother, for doing that for us yet again. And I agree, Nick Cannon claims all of my videos too, and it sucks. Because if anything, we're giving him more viewership. Even though we're saying negative stuff about everything he's putting out, it's still more clout that he's getting from us that he's not getting from Eminem. Literally as much clout too, because all of us are reacting to this junk, man. But anyway, bro, come on now. If y'all like my reaction to everything that was wrong with Invitation Canceled by Crypt, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. As always, the link to the video will be down in the description box below. If you haven't already, make sure you follow your boy right here, Grandma and Twitter at Artofkickz. To the next one.